10. The cold metal of greed. The sorrow that brought Krsna to this elegant downtown penthouse was the color of tarnished silver, cold, metallic, and sharp. It came from a young child being subtly manipulated and psychologically tormented by an uncle. The man didn't hit the child, he tormented him with words, using emotional pressure to gain control over a lucrative inheritance. The child suffered the constant, chilling fear of being disposed of once his purpose was served. Krsna approached the uncle. The black smoke she inhaled from him was bitter and icy, tasting purely of avarice and systemic greed. It was the smoke of a man whose moral compass had been entirely replaced by financial ambition. Krsna took the whole bitter weight of his self-serving entitlement. When the child was returned, the uncle wasn't gloating or even looking at the inheritance papers. He was hunched over a desk, a strange, focused energy emanating from him. He was methodically drawing up a new will. The new document, written with an unnerving clarity, ensured the child's secure future, not just legally, but with absolute fairness. The greed had been replaced by a cold, clear justice that protected the most vulnerable, demonstrating a profound, if unsettling, transformation. 11. The silent screams of loathing. This house was saturated with a deeply toxic sorrow that was almost worse than shouting. A 7-year-old was disciplined with silent, icy glares, looks of absolute loathing that communicated to the child she was the source of her parents' unhappiness. Krsna could hear the silent screams of the child's heart breaking under the weight of this corrosive, unspoken contempt. Krsna addressed both parents, whose black smoke was tangled together, smelling strongly of old resentments and profound marital misery. They were unable to separate their own unhappiness from their child. Krsna consumed the massive, shared burden of their combined malice and emotional inability to forgive each other. When the child was returned, the air was vibrating. She stopped short at the doorway. She found her parents not sitting in their usual hostile silence, but finally, and loudly, arguing. It was chaotic, terrifying, and utterly honest. They were not yelling at her, they were yelling about themselves, about their marriage, about the real source of the pain. It was a torrent of raw communication that had replaced the slow, silent poison, giving them the painful, true sound of a relationship starting to be rebuilt.